Defenders of the night, assemble. It is time for the greatest and newest and certainly one of the Gargoyles podcasts, Jalapeña. I am your host, Jason Roy Gaston, and the man to my side is my fellow defender of the night, VHS Jase. Hello, VHS Jase.
I'm good, and I'm also a Gargoyles noob. So
yes, he is. We are deflowering our friend on the jagged rocks of Gargoyles. And we're going to hear him squeal because today we are going to be looking at Awakening Parte Dos.
Parte Dos.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. So let's get right into the story. So when we last left our heroes of the night, they kind of screwed up a little bit and got themselves genocided. And so Goliath and his mentor, I shall say, return to the castle and find all of their brethren have been smashed with hammers. And that is when Ed Asner makes the determination that, the bows, the strings have been cut. I love Ed Asner in this show, by the way. I miss Ed Asner. He was such a great vocal talent.
He doesn't sound like Ed Asner in this either.
He does not. I have to say, this is my second favorite Ed Asner voice acting. Number one is Cosgrove from Freakazoid.
Oh wow! Oh, okay.
Yeah, I loved Cosgrove. Yeah. There's one for you, Freakazoid.
Yeah. I know Freakazoid. Absolutely remember Freakazoid. Yeah, mid-90s. It was awesome.
It was great, and it was gone too soon. Speaking of being gone too soon, the Gargoyles are all dead except for these guys. These little the Three Stooges and their dog were down in the basement, and they come out. They're like, "Oh no, everyone's dead. What do we do?"
It's dark, right?
This is a Disney cartoon. This is Disney. It's like, who wants to see a genocide?
Wow. It was like, it's shockingly like, and it's like, what, Mickey's Funhouse is playing straight after this? Like,
you just watched a mass murder on Gargoyles. Stay tuned for Goof Troop. Look.
I know I'm probably jumping in too soon, but you know what my squeal moment in this episode is the great man, the legend, Jonathan Frakes. Like
evil Will Riker, yes. This is what happened. This is what happened to Thomas Riker after he was thrown into the Maquis prison. He was thrown back in time, became a billionaire, and changed his name to David Xanatos.
Hey, man, what a good get to get that guy right at this time, because this is Frakes at his peak.
Yeah.
Like he's directing, he's in big Hollywood movies.
That is insinuating that Frakes has been in decline ever since. No, my friend. The Frakes gigantic sky-touching plateau is still going.
That's right. So, okay, this is when he first landed on that. He's just gotten on that plateau at this point. Good get.
This is one of the things that I don't know if you know or not, but Gargoyles assembled quite a list of Star Trek guest actors. Of course, Marina Sirtis and Jonathan Frakes are the most used over and over and over again. But I think every cast member of The Next Generation, with the exception of Patrick Stewart, for some reason or another, he never showed up on the show. Every single one of them have a part on this show. And then we have some people from... he was too busy doing it. Then we have a lot of actors from Deep Space Nine. We have some actors from Voyager. Wow. We even have some actors from the original series pop up.
So all friends in some way. So it was probably absolutely. Hey, you should get this guy. He's great. You should get this guy. Like this actress. She was amazing to work with. It'd be a lot.
I could just see the Star Trek set, Michael Dorn in the Worf makeup and Brent Spiner sitting down next to him going, Frakes is doing this Gargoyle show. It sounds stupid. Yeah, he didn't think you'd want to be in it. He didn't think you were talented enough. Did he? I'll show him. I want a part on this gay girl show or whatever it's called. I want a part on the gay girls. I wanted the gay girl show.
I'm pretty sure Frakes was going, hey, man, you got to come over here. You can't believe what they're letting us do on Disney at the moment.
Genocide!
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back into the story because we could joke all the time. But anyway, Goliath, his mentor, and the trio and the dog all take off because they're going to get some good old-fashioned revenge on the Vikings, who are tormenting Princess.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I've forgotten her name. Princess Fiona and her friend
Oh,
Shrek.
Princess Karen. Yeah, we call Princess Karen and Ultimate Douchey. Really don't like that guy. Left over from Game of Thrones.
He is the mage. I remember
Hmm.
that. And she is, I can't remember her name at the moment. But yeah, Lady Catherine. Lady, is it Lady Catherine? I don't know. That just popped out of my mouth. I don't even know if that's true. Okay, Lady Karen. But I will say, my opinion towards her softens in this episode.
Well, she makes a good choice.
She does. She does. So Hakon and the captain of the guard are fighting because the captain of the guard tells him it was a mistake to kill all the gargoyles. Yeah. Hakon's like, I'm a big Viking. I'm stupid.
He's stupid.
Of course, hey, I'm stupid. Oh no, it's the gargoyles. What do we do? So Goliath and the trio attack, and the Viking, I'm sorry, Hakon and the captain of the guard take off with Princess Carolyn or whatever her name is. I've said like the name of several fictional princesses, hoping I hit the right one. I think that last one was from BoJack Horseman.
Just keep going through Disney princess. You got to hit one right somewhere.
Yeah. So they run off with Princess Buttercup, and Goliath is out for blood. I mean, he's just like, he's not sitting there going, I will destroy you because I'm mad. He's like, I'm going to kill you. He's not even holding back. And he does not get a chance to kill them because Hakon and the captain of the guard fight. They fall off the cliff, and he is denied everything, even my revenge, because Keith is amazing.
It was cool, man. I like that because he rightfully wanted revenge, and even that's taken away from him. It's maddening for him at this point. It
is maddening for him, but it's getting worse because the mage, thinking that Princess Anne has been killed, casts a spell on all the gargoyles who happen to be present. The trio, the mentor, the dog, they are all cursed and turned into stone during the night, which is not a thing that should be happening. The mage is horrified to see the princess, one, because she's a Karen, and two, because he realizes he's made a huge mistake. And he cannot reverse the spell because the Vikings burned his spell book. And the one page that has the counter spell, probably said, do not lose this page on it, is burned. So the terms of the spell is that the gargoyles will sleep until the castle rises above the clouds, which will not ever happen.
What a great way to do it. Like, I thought that's clever.
Yeah, Goliath entrusts Princess Bumblebee with I don't know. He trusts Princess Mononoke with taking care of the eggs in the rookery, and then asks the mage to cast the spell one last time, and has himself turned to stone and placed on the castle parapets. I think that's the word. With his fellow gargoyles, and then the episode is over.
Yeah, let's add the themes of self-life ending into the show as well, because that's Disney.
Yeah, is it though? Is it really a sewer slide? I don't think it is, because maybe he thinks that maybe
he doesn't
one day...
know really if he's going to come back.
Yeah,
he has to go into that scenario like, I may not ever come out.
Yeah, I do think that Gargoyle was, I do think Goliath was self-terminating at this point, was like, nope, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
But that's okay, because 1,000 years pass, and evil Will Riker finds the gargoyles on a castle.
The cartoon version is sexy.
Oh my gosh, look at him.
He's evil, but he's he's a looker.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I would become a henchman for him. Low chance of survival, but he probably offers great dental
healthcare. Yeah.
This is also one of my favorite lines in the entirety of the show, because whenever I heard this on the Disney afternoon, my first thought was, evil Will Riker says what? Pay a man enough, and he'll walk barefoot into hell.
That
Welcome
is
to the Disney afternoon. We say hell now.
that is profound, but also extremely dark. Like again, just like I'm sure even the writers are going, "There's no way they're letting us put this on air," but we're getting paid. We were paid in advance. Who cares?
Yeah, Michael Eisner's like, well, I'd edit it, but I don't know how, and everyone's gone home for the holiday. Oh well. They're not. They are making absolutely no illusion that this is not Disney normal. This is Disney dark. This is like, what if Maleficent was animating a TV show and just said genocide, suicide, profanity, poof. By your powers combined, I am Gargoyles.
What's the theme of the show? Nihilism.
Nihilism and violence. It doesn't stay that way, though. It really doesn't. It becomes about so much more. But David Xanatos, I think he's a billionaire, maybe a trillionaire. I don't think
he's Elon Musk.
He's Elon Musk, only not quite as evil. Let me rephrase that. He's like Elon Musk, but smart, and actually does invent things.
And is better looking.
And has some really cool toys that we will find out about later. But he has purchased the castle, and instead of setting up shop in Scotland, where it would just be easier, he has the entire castle moved brick by brick to New York City and placed atop of his building, the Erie Building. And it certainly is. And guess what? The castle has at last risen above the clouds. And so, just as the mage said, the gargoyles return to life, and they are oh so happy until they turn around and look behind them and realize, oh, what the heck is going on?
You imagine the mind-bending visuals for those poor gargoyles who would have just been used to looking at green hills and big pastures and beautiful cliffs, and now it's this, it's New York.
I think we'll all be okay, just as long as the Celtic Empire still rules. The Celtic Empire still rules, doesn't it? So Xanatos introduces himself. He's like, hey, I heard the legends of you. I read about it in an old book, and I want to be your friend because I wanted to see if it was true. But no sooner does Xanatos make his introduction to the gargoyles, the castle is attacked by... I don't know. What are these? G.I. Joe bats. They're G.I. Joe bats. They come and attack the castle. And one thing I really like about this is that they're like, what's going on? And the mentor says, they're attacking the castle. That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
So they go on the attack, and it's not an easy victory because they're not used to the weapons. A couple of them get sizzled by not quite guns, but guns. And but in the end, the gargoyles, they are victorious. This is my only line. We have to remind everybody she exists. We have to remind everybody she exists. So they learn that they are the last of their kind. The eggs in the rookery apparently were lost to history, and they are alone in the world. And Xanatos wants to be their friend. And Goliath's just like, no, I don't think so.
I don't know.
This is my second line.
I don't know. Hey, look, for a second episode of a TV show, I thought, wow, it actually holds up really, really well. Because, the tradition is your first episode's great, your second episode takes a bit of a dip, and then you go back up and then even out. But I loved it even more. I obviously, as an adult, love the darkness of this show. And I really, there's tragedy to it that's really inbuilt and it's very clear. The setup for what is the future of the show is really, really good.
I enjoy
I haven't seen any more episodes, so I don't know what else to say.
I enjoy the rich mythology of the show because already, just with 2 episodes, they have laid this amazing groundwork. And upon rewatching, you're seeing things that are important that come up later, because not a single character in these 2 episodes is unimportant. If they had dialogue, they're gonna return later. You're gonna find out what happened to them later.
Yeah, okay.
It's all gonna be built back up. And I'm
You're
so
so right, though.
delighted.
It's this 2 episodes has been exposition dipped in high emotion, and it makes it awesome. Because you can have all this mythology building, but if there's no emotional connection to these characters, we haven't seen some sort of tragedy or the reason for who they are, we wouldn't be connected. But again, a lot of it's me going back, like, wow, this is way deeper than I would have expected, even at this early stage.
Absolutely. And I am delighted to see that this show has more than it's still as good as it was back whenever I first watched it way back in 1996.
I'm going to be asking you this question probably from now until we've done all 80 odd episodes is why haven't they rebooted this? Well, I mean, not rebooted. Why haven't they gone back to the well?
I have blurred.
Yeah, it's confused. You don't know the answer, so you're confused.
This is the way I camouflage. Come on, camera. Come on, camera.
Come on, camera. Remember, you're going to do your...
I know. Hold it.
It follows your hand to your... No, it's had a spaz.
Huh.
All right.
That is so weird.
We're at the end of the episode anyway, Jase. We'll tie her up. Great episode.
Okay.
I wonder what next episode's called.
I'm going to put money on Goliath's big birthday party alarm clock fun banana hour.
Oh,
we'll see.
It's Awakening Part 3.
Okay, fine. Join us next time. Hopefully you won't be drinking as much because there's nothing wrong with my camera for episode 3 of Awakenings. Gargoyles, the rewatch here on Jalapeña.
Spicy.